Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome yet again to another episode of the Pitboard Discussions. I'm your host, Ace, the trouble man himself. Twice as nice, smooth as ice. Never had a bad day in my life.
I thought you would come with another intro.
Bruh,
I'm dressed like you just got a wife.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually mourning. I was by the Italian embassy earlier this morning. I was trying to get myself the Italian visa. My race weekends haven't been particularly things I want to revisit. So nilikuwa najaribu kuona kama naweza pata visa ya Italy.
So what's
up? Maranello, I'm coming for you.
Do we ever stop the cup sample somewhere there?
And here today we have special effects. Leo nitawa colonize. I will colonize you guys. But anyway, and I'm joined here obviously by my gracious hosts, my gracious co-hosts. Mnasemaje?
This is done with no intro.
Done with no intro.
Mushiri, no cap. Unajua kitu na take time, eh?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to finish applauding for you.
Okay.
You should be glad I'm clapping. I'm not cricketing.
I can also press.
I cricketed his. Anyway, how was your race weekend?
Mine was good.
Yours was good.
All thanks to Checo. Nice to see him back on the podium.
Okay, interesting. You?
Me, there was a part I actually slept. I was woken up by Checo's overtake on Piastri. I lost a few minutes somewhere. Yeah, I don't know how it happened. Must have been tired.
Personally, I have a lot to talk about. Mr. 104 podiums, ama ni pole positions. Zilikuwa ngapi? Mr. 104 pole positions, where are you? The fans, because apparently on Saturday, I don't know if you guys picked into Twitter on Saturday. Twitter was on fire. The cultists had arose. They had awakened, you know? And
he said it.
Yeah, I'm the one who said it. Come for me. Don't, please. But the cultists had awakened. They had walikuwa wamepata something to celebrate on. Lewis Hamilton, 100th of a second, got pole position.
3,000 of a second.
1,000th of a second, actually.
3,000th
of a second.
0.003.
Yeah. Damn, I thought it was 100th. My math must be off. 1,000th of a second, he got pole position. And Twitter kukwa kuna kalika. Just go review uone vitu zilikuwa zina happen on Sato. Twitter, watu wa Lewis Hamilton, if you have F1 fans on your contacts list, WhatsApp, ukiingia tu Saturday na Sunday, ile masaa ya after quali, ulikuwa na tu
pole.
Sunday iligeuka ikakuwa pole.
On Sunday it was pole.
Tulikuwa tumeambiwa venye, you know, Lewis Hamilton is back.
Pole.
The GOAT is back.
Pole.
How many turns was it?
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm watching the race, bro. Hamilton in pole position. Kwanza haikuwa inaitwa pole position, ilikuwa inaitwa 104. 104.
God damn.
Kuonyesha this is not the first time.
Yeah.
104 times.
You better recognize, man.
Ati Max dominating 104.
Then what happened on Sunday, man?
Bro, Sunday race imeanza hivi, lights out, doom.
Pole.
Bro, turn 4, the guy isn't in the podium places. Turn 4, not even turn 2, not even sijui lap 2, lap 3, turn 4. The guy isn't in the podium places. But hey, listen.
Look at Mr. Director.
we are here for banter. Don't come for me. I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan on the low. So, yeah, you know. But anyway, Hamilton, turn 4. You know, lap 3, lap 4, we would have argued, you know, the Red Bulls are fast, the McLarens are fast. Turn 4.
Yeah, man. You know, everyone was gearing up for a fight between Hamilton and Max.
Yeah.
And maybe the McLarens behind to
people are gearing up for a crash at turn 1.
Ooh, actually, guys were more like Max is the one who's going to crash into Hamilton.
Yes.
Because they have history.
Yeah. And remember
twisted.
The Hungary
come on, guys.
curse, if I may call it, whereby if you start on the dirty side of the track, you're actually prone to have a bad race.
Yep.
So Max was asked that question, and the press were actually trying him, testing him with that question, and he was like, "Listen, I started 10th here, and I still won." So Max was being Max. But hey, Hamilton guys, I have consolation. I know who messed you guys up.
Who did?
Nico Rosberg messed them up.
No. My friend.
Nico Kass
My friend.
exists.
You see, you're the one who's enabling this bad behavior.
Am I?
Yeah.
Aye.
You see, the guys, the LH cult fans, they always don't want to point their finger or lay the blame on what exactly is going on. It's always someone else's fault.
Nah, come on. Nico knew what he was doing, bro.
No, but bro, the W14B.
C? Or is it D?
Oh, let me.
Ishafika L.
Sahi tuko sijui, they've changed the rear wing, the side pod,
that car,
the front wing.
If you guys remember during quali, yeah, it wasn't the best car in Q1 and Q2, but in Q3 it was alive. That should have been an indication that car, even with low fuel, acts differently when it has hards and mediums,
And
when it has softs. So that was an indication of probably what could have happened, or what was destined to happen on Sunday.
This is
I remember Mr. Director calling me on Saturday. Paul, Hamilton, Paul.
Context
And I was like,
context
bro.
for the viewers and the listeners. The director right now, Nyashwa Arsenali, tunamujua sana huyu jamaa. Tunamujua sana. Siku hizi anatutengenezea reels. Tunamujua sana. The guy is a Mercedes fan. Pole lakini, pole. Hiyo pole. Sijali. Anyway, whatever happened, and some Mercedes fans are like, hey, Rosberg, please, because he knew what he was doing. Listen,
What did Rosberg do?
He just took a photo, a selfie.
So, that selfie in front of
and now apparently he's
there
the
has been
reason
this
why.
thing. There
Come
has
on,
been
guys.
this thing with Rosberg.
Okay,
yeah?
by the way, as Ramen said, you are the one who is fueling it, because
I have
that
stopped
is
enabling this bad behavior.
That is cult behavior.
I have to. These Mercedes fans need somebody to stand up for them. I'm standing up for you.
They need a scapegoat in short.
I'm standing up for you. I'm actually in all black. I'm in the
The goat. They need a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Wait, tudum.
Where is the
But hey, listen. Lewis Hamilton was unfortunate. He had a bad start.
Yeah.
he had a good start.
He had a bad start.
No, he had a good start.
Bro, going into turn 1, he was already out of the P1 position.
If you're talking about the start, he had a good start.
I think somewhere in the radio he apologized to the team.
He
in the first few laps.
He apologized for what happened, being mugged.
But
you only get mugged if you have a bad start.
Yeah, if you have a bad start, yeah.
Bro, what?
Go and watch it. He did not have a bad start. Actually, when after lights out, he had a good start.
Okay, Mushiri.
And then Max caught up.
There's launching, and there's starting. Starting is your first lap. As in like 1, 2, 3 turns, he was mugged.
Yeah,
we are referring to that as a start.
That's a start.
For me, it's how you did the first.
Listen, if you lose places in any of the first 5 corners, in any of the first 5 turns, not corners, or any of the first 5 turns, you've had a bad start.
Yeah.
If you gain places in any of the first 5 turns, you've had a good start.
Yep.
I don't know. That rule is not written anywhere. But
it's not.
Hey, it's all good. But amidst all the banter about the goat, congratulations on
the scapegoat.
your
The goat.
104th.
Yeah, congratulations on Pole 104.
Yeah.
But that was quite phenomenal from Lewis.
Yeah.
Being able to put that car on pole.
Even
no, I don't think so. I don't think he did anything magical on Saturday, to be honest.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think there was anything
You don't
magical.
see like...
A lot of variables existed on Saturday because there was a new qualifying format with the tires being, mandatory. So apparently the new format indicates or states that Q1 hard tires, Q2 mediums, then Q3 on softs, which I love, by the way. I am totally sold on that.
Why?
Again, I think we talked about this a few episodes back, the earlier episodes, I think episode 2 or episode 3. And I talked about how it will level the playing field to some degree when it comes to quali. To some degree. So because as many of you guys know, Q1, there are those guys who get cut out. Q2, there are those guys who get cut out. Then Q3. So putting everybody on the same tire compound in Q1, nobody has the advantage over the other. So you get the fastest lap on this tire.
My brother, quick question.
Yeah.
What's the most recent quali that you remember where people could choose whatever tires they wanted, and a team or a driver decided to start on anything apart from softs? Leave wet races.
Okay.
They've all done softs. They've all used the same.
I know, but
most mediums.
But this is actually even more fair to a degree whereby, listen, some cars struggle on hard tires, some cars struggle on medium tires, and that's another variable. So when you have this, should I call it uniform setup?
Mm-hmm.
When you have this uniform setup, it's fair to my eyes. It's fair in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
People like Checo will be smiling because they know they won't be getting out. They won't be getting out in Q2. He actually made it to Q3.
But that was on merit.
P9.
It wasn't because other people messed up. That was
exactly. You see, he only made it on merit because of the uniformity. I could argue that. Listen, I could argue that.
Checo after Silverstone said one thing. He said,
I will improve.
I'm going to put in some effort.
He's going to Q3 and get P9.
Hey, baby steps, man. Remember, he's getting out of this hole, and now he's just one hand on top, and now he's into Q3. Who knows?
Raman, you're saying that Hamilton didn't do anything.
There was nothing spectacular.
Okay,
man.
so I watched a comparison of Max and Hamilton, and the place where he gained most is turn 11. Even in his interview, he said that turn 11 is just gonna send it. Whatever happens. And that is why he got the time. Like, it's, for you to be on pole, it's very difficult. And the only chance that you have to get pole is just to do one risky thing. When you do it and it nothing goes wrong, that's quite a joy. Also, even in the last corner, he had some.
Yeah, he was losing the rear. He didn't have the rear grip.
Yeah, and that's where Max was. If it was not for that, it would have been more than 3,000 of a second.
Now, the guys who are saying if Max, again, it's not hypothetical because we already have the data. But if Max stitched his fastest times in Q3, Sector 1, Sector 2, and Sector 3, he would have gotten pole by more than 0.3 of a second. Now, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But Max came out and said, after the post-quali interview, he said he wasn't happy with the car. The car wasn't set up for quali. And we usually say that during free practice, they set up the first priority is to set up the car for the race.
Yeah.
Then you compromise your race setup or your race pace for quali. Now, and that is something that evidently Red Bull did. Because, they had a bad quali, and the bad is in quotes. Because P2 and P9, to some people, that's good. But come race day, you could see the Red Bull had the pace. Now, if Red Bull, again, if they still had this bad quali setup, and Max was able to string Sector 1, Sector 2, and Sector 3, would you still say Hamilton's lap was magical?
Okay. If Max hooked up the lap, I don't think I would say that. The reason why I'm saying it is because of turn 11, that is why he was able to gain. It's for me, the way I look at it is, there's no chance of beating this guy. The smallest chance I have on beating this guy is sending it through turn 11. And whatever happens. And you do it, and it sticks. That is something.
Okay. Did he? I didn't watch FP3, but I remember he topped that session.
FP3.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Okay.
That session.
Listen,
On soft.
you could debate all day, all night. Who had a better? He didn't do. I do understand your point of view and why you're saying he didn't do anything magical, because truth be told, it wasn't anything magical.
Mine was a closing remark.
Yeah.
Just again on the point on why it was not magical. My last point. Hamilton being on top in FP3, that again was an indication that car on softs has the pace.
Exactly.
Okay.
He expected it. That's what was magical for him. And you haven't seen Hamilton on pole for a minute.
Yeah.
So that's why
Hey, Mushir, are you Loki?
No. As I said, I'm a fan of the sport, and also I would say even now Hamilton has been my driver of the season so far.
Yeah, it's commendable. Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next one. The McLarens.
My brother.
We have to give them the flowers. Okay. Let me just throw this in there. Yeah. This is a controversial one. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. But I have a lot of McLaren friends. And one of them hit me up today. Shout out. He hit me up today and was like, he was trolling me because I'm a Tifosi. And
the audacity.
The audacity. Yeah. The guys have been languishing back there for a minute. Now he suddenly has a voice. Yeah. So I wanted to give the listeners and the viewers some context on this, because many people or many guys don't really know the rivalries in F1. They don't really know why this guy will hate this team and why this guy will support this team. And this is just a quick one. For Ferrari fans, our OG nemesis are McLaren guys. McLaren are the guys we loathe. They are the Arsenal to our Man United. They are the kryptonite to our Superman. We just dislike them. So, you know that. It's not Red Bull. And definitely not the recency team Mercedes. It's McLaren. So
what did he say, your friend, the McLaren friend?
And I quote, I'm quoting him. I had to make sure the upgrades were the truth before I came here to your box. Yeah. He had to make sure McLaren's updates were, solid.
Or legit.
And they weren't a fluke. They weren't a 2-minute thing like Mercedes' updates. So, What?
Hey, today you're throwing punches. Man.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
But what you see, the reason why we know this pace is going to stick is because of the difference of the two tracks.
Yeah.
The Silverstone and the Hungarian. It's quite commendable. Back to back podiums.
Podium finishes for Lando.
Yeah.
Lando no wins looks like he'll get his win sooner rather than later. I've been trolling him for a minute.
So and he said the only way that could happen is if Max DNFs.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, look, Max is dominating the season so far, and he's actually dominating it to levels whereby Max alone can win the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship all alone.
How many wins now?
No, if you take Max's points away from Red Bull.
No, I want to know how many wins.
And you put Max's points alone. I think he's had seven wins in a row.
7 wins in a row.
The 2, the 3, was it 2 or 3 of them, the ones he won? He's only not won one race this year.
2.
I think 2.
2.
Yeah.
Bro.
So 7
domination.
wins, that puts him at par with Schumacher, but he hasn't quite caught Vettel. Vettel is 9 wins in a row. Is it 9 or 8?
Yeah, damn.
I think 8.
Bro.
Let me check.
That's not too far. Come on, Max.
Not too far. Whilst Max was breaking that record, Red Bull were breaking the other record of most consecutive wins.
Speak on it, man.
Wait,
for
Vettel
constructors
has
team.
9 wins in a row.
Yeah, my goat. Woo! Viva Seb.
Has
Viva
9
Seb.
wins. So
Long
he
live
needs
Seb.
to win 2 more races. The next 2 races.
Spy is guaranteed, man.
FYI, I'm on loan to you guys. I'm on loan.
Who is coming here?
I am on loan. I'm a Red Bull supporter on loan.
No.
On loan.
No.
Let's go Bulls.
Access denied.
Maybe the Bulls are referring to Toro Rosso, Alpha Tauri.
Speaking of Alpha,
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo.
Give
Give us the laugh.
brother. Brother, do you remember? Was it episode 3 or episode 2? I told you guys.
Mm.
Ricardo is coming back as an Alpha
You
Tauri
did?
driver. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Aye, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Ah,
I actually
that's
thought
quite some
the
faith.
seat in jeopardy, the past two races, the past two race weeks, I actually thought the seat in jeopardy was Checo's seat. But listen, De Vries, we're sorry for what happened to him, but cutthroat sport.
Yeah, facts, man.
And
It is what it is, man.
Ricardo is actually showing his worth immediately. You could argue that.
Well, if you compare him to Yuki, yeah.
I mean, De Vries wasn't performing better than Yuki. Ricardo came in his first race and performed better than Yuki, so that should do for Alpha. I think that should do.
But it's
I
one
don't know how
race.
to feel about it.
You know me, I'm a big Ricardo fan. Actually, the first race I watched, Ricardo won.
Give us the laugh.
No, I'm not.
Give us the laugh. Come on, give the viewers.
There's a laugh. There's a laugh.
Give us the laugh.
No, that's not
No,
it.
he said he's a big Ricardo fan, so I'm like, give us the laugh. Yeah.
So and the 2014 season, he won a couple of races, and I was like, this guy, kumbe, is this guy good? Then I watched him on Top Gear, the F1 drivers in the reasonably priced car. He's leading the chart. He even beat Hamilton. So like, this guy might be legit. Then he's in Red Bull. He's performing well. Max came, performance deteriorated. Went to Renault, now Alpine. I think there he did a good job. But when he went to McLaren, I was actually devastated what was happening. So when even if he comes back, I'm still like, is he going to, break my heart again? Or is he back for real? So I'm really waiting.
You PTSD.
Yes, I do not want to celebrate anything.
Mr. No Cap is going through something.
Nah, it's. I mean, listen. It's one of those whereby we appreciate an OG returning, and he performed well. So we're just giving him his flowers, and don't jump the gun.
Yeah. But the only part I have hope, you remember in the space we talked about, any driver who steps outside and then comes back, he comes back better.
With a point to prove.
Yes.
Inaonekana huko nje kuna njaa.
So it seems
Inaonekana huko
if
nje
drivers sit out for like a season or so, they come back change. Maybe I don't know what happens to them when they are not driving.
Listen, if you sit out, if I sit out without a salary of net salary of something close to $2 million per week, and I sit out for a whole year, then I get an opportunity to regain my salary of $2 million per week, bro. I am throwing everything into it. So listen, have you seen the economy?
Is it only drivers? Anyone within a team?
Yes. Have you studied?
I've decided the entire Ferrari team home.
I've only looked at drivers.
Hence why I was at the Italian embassy leo kutafuta hiyo Italian visa.
Go home and come back.
I've only looked at Hulkenberg, K-Mag, and Albon.
Yeah.
Now Danny Rick.
Yeah.
Asterix on Danny Rick.
Yeah, waiting.
Danny Rick
So Christian Horner has actually stated on record that Ricardo is actually eyeing the second Red Bull seat come 2025. And Ricardo has also said that he's looking forward now to working with Max.
And also Max said he never wanted Daniel to leave.
Yeah, so
is this that tough life lesson? Is this lesson learned by Daniel Ricciardo?
Yeah, because he was asked the moment he was leaving McLaren if he would have joined Alpha Tauri then. He said no, he couldn't have.
Yeah.
But now he is. So you can see lessons learned.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Hey, pride.
Life.
Pride
It's called
is the
life.
devil. Pride. It's called pride.
And I think there's still some fans who
call a spade a spade.
who haven't forgiven Ricardo for that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could
Just
be one of them.
call him out for it. Ricardo was proudful, and listen, life comes at you fast.
Yep.
I'm not trying to judge him or anything. I'm just saying it as it is. He was proudful. He's learned his lesson, and good luck to him.
I have a message for Ricardo. Whatever happens from now on is what will define your career. So,
bruh,
we are
you're giving
watching.
Ricardo life quotes.
Yeah,
That's why he's Mr. No Cap.
You
Mr. No
see, we
Cut
say
throat with his no cap.
we say that, like, for example, if you look at Hamilton,
Mhm.
we're talking about Hamilton. people are not even talking much about the championship and how good he was in it. People are always talking about what has been happening recently. You're only as good as your last stint.
Yep.
So
Facts.
we are going to judge Ricardo not what he did before, but what he's going to do from now on.
It's make or break for him, man.
Yeah.
It's make or break.
Really-
But Alpha Tauri, I know he'll probably become the number 1 driver there. Just purely based from experience.
And talent.
Yeah.
He also has talent. The man is oozing talent.
Nice
so-
to have him back, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
listen, we all love Danny Rick. Some more than others. And hopefully, hopefully we have something to discuss when it comes to Red Bull seat number 2 come 2025. And on to Ferrari. I know you guys are waiting for this. So
Yeah, what happened, brother?
this team of mine.
Let it all out. Your Katim. It's now a Katim.
This team of mine. I don't know what to say.
Speak about it, man. What happened, man? They effed up.
Okay, let's
Wait.
Uh.
How is it possible to fuck up an unfuckable situation?
Which one?
Context. You guys are having an okay race, yeah? Nobody is expecting you guys to fuck up because there are no conditions to fuck up. You guys go to the pit. Listen, I don't care what happened. You guys go to the pits and have a 9-second pit stop. God damn. 9 seconds.
No, address them. Why are you looking at me, man?
9 fucking seconds. 9 seconds.
I didn't have the wheel gun, man. Look at those guys over there.
It happens.
I'm just from trolling Mercedes fans with Hamilton, the turn 4 thing.
The
No
wheel
sooner
gun.
have I
it's-
finished
the
doing
wheel
whatever
gun.
I was doing. These guys pit for hards. Listen, this is an overcut strategy. No, it's an undercut strategy.
Who-
They were pitting earlier so that they can get the hards and they go for a longer stint.
Yeah. Whoever pitted
Yeah.
earlier
It's an undercut strategy.
had an advantage.
Yeah. They get to the pit. Leclerc is doing good laps on the mediums. Then, for some reason, God, I don't know. I don't even know. At the wheel gun is jamming.
It happens.
happens,
no,
brother.
it does not happen. Why isn't
happens.
it happening at Alpha Tauri? Why isn't it happening at Mercedes? Why isn't it happening at Red Bull? We are having 9-second pit stops. Red Bull are having 1.9-second pit stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's karma for you, man. That's karma for you.
doing what?
Booting Binotto, man.
You have Wait, Ace, don't
Bruh.
forget there was a spare gun there. If it wasn't there, I don't know what
yeah,
it could have
it
been.
could have been worse, man.
Yeah.
Listen, as if that's not enough.
Charles.
Into the race, Charles is struggling, fighting for places. Yeah?
Let it all out, brother.
I thought this was a Carlos Sainz thing. I don't remember seeing Lord Percival getting penalties for pit lane
Speeding in the pit
speeding
lane.
in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Like, okay, listen. In all fairness to Charles, I do understand him because he was like, he's trying to haraka, and and the Hungarian pit lane isn't really that big. So I kind of understand, but still, that's 5 seconds. That's a 5-second penalty. So the 5 seconds plus the 9 seconds, that's 14 seconds. 14 seconds lost. If my math is right, look, we're in the podium places. Because, listen, we were 10 seconds off the podium.
It's not
10
14
seconds off.
It's not 14 seconds.
It's 14
because
seconds. 9 plus 5.
You have to account. You have to assume like it took.
Okay.
How long should have
2
it?
seconds. Okay, so 12 seconds.
It's 12 seconds, yeah. They
Oh, he had a penalty.
yeah, he had
Yeah.
a penalty, yeah.
Who had a? Is it Sainz or Nani?
Charles.
Charles.
And Russell closed up. Russell closed the gaps. Yeah.
I was not believing what I was seeing. Listen, watching Ferrari lazima ukuwe na ino karibu. Lazima ukuwe na heart rate monitor pale. Lazima, ambulance ikuwe on speed dial. Number 1, speed dial. When you're watching Ferrari, you have to be well equipped. Lazima ukue na ino. You have to have Panadol mahali. Headaches lazima ikue. You have to be concussioning these things. Cocktail ya drugs.
Why don't
Paracetamol because of the fever. You know?
Hey, brother is going through it.
And a heart rate monitor. Oh, also the ambulance on speed dial. AAR, speed dial. I actually have Aga Khan's number. You know, this is how bad it's getting. Bro, listen. I'm watching these people and oh my God. Oh my days. Oh, Jesus.
Wait.
Anyway, listen. Peace of the mind. So, until further notice, I'm on loan at Red Bull.
Yeah. I accept your application only for the Spa.
Yeah. My favorite track of the year.
For the Belgium
Spa,
GP.
Franco Champs, sprint weekend.
Yeah.
Everything in it.
Oh, we have a sprint weekend.
Yeah, we have a sprint weekend.
Nice.
So yeah, away from Ferrari, hata tusiwaongelele
That
tena.
was a rant.
Wameniharibia
That
mood.
was a proper rant.
Wameniharibia mood. Bad luck to the Alpines. Pierre Gasly. This is the second
back.
week. Back to back. Yeah, this is the second week. Back to back.
Double DNFs.
Double DNS.
Oh, is it the
Ottoman.
Who was it?
Ottoman.
Joe.
I call him Ottoman.
Joe Otmar Zafna. So it all started with Joe Guanyu.
Hit Ricardo.
Yes. So
Then Ricardo.
he was starting. Was it P5?
Very
Yeah.
good position for
Yeah.
him, by the way.
Yeah. I think that's
The highest is
the highest is ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Qualid was started at GP. So P5 lights are out. I think the anti-stall kicked in.
Quick one.
Yep.
Mr. Pole 104 actually retweeted him and gave him a shout out on Twitter for
Say
getting that high finish.
Hey.
Class from Mr. 104.
Yeah, but that was commendable, not just for Joe but also Valtteri.
Yeah.
That Alfa Romeo was something.
Yeah.
On Saturday during quali.
Yeah.
The fastest Ferrari engined car, powered car.
This guy's just. Are you looking at
Do you know that meme?
Repeat that.
Do you know that meme of that dog that has PTSD? It's like staring into something and then
Yeah. The choppers.
You were saying? Continue. You were saying?
that was his face. Bruh, going through some PTSD. so it all started with Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Guanyu.
Yeah.
Lights out, he anti-stall kicked in.
Yeah.
A couple of guys passed him. So by the time he was actually launching, he was somewhere behind. And turn one at the Hungaroring is always messy. It always has something up its sleeve. So by the time Joe was trying to catch up to the guys in front, I think he missed his brake marker and he locked his tires. He hit Ricardo in front, and Ricardo, I think, bumped into Ocon and Gasly hit each other.
Yeah.
They both DNF'd.
Yeah.
It was a chain. It was a chain kind of reaction. It all started with Joe.
And is it not that time the Alpines are out,
It is.
even in Australia?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. And those crashes are actually costly. Ama ni the 200 million akina Ryan Reynolds were pumping into the team ndio inafanya crash ovyo ovyo.
Could be. Brother,
No.
Ocon in the post-race interview, he described what he went through when his car was launched into the air and then it came back slamming.
Yeah.
His seat broke into pieces. Brother.
What?
Bro, so what are you trying to tell me?
Okay, his body broke
No,
because it's
because
the landing.
how the
Yep.
F1 car is,
Yep.
how the seat is,
Yep.
and where you are positioned.
Yep.
And these drivers are all men.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to say?
The seat braking is actually very bad for. Listen,
He
look
looks
it up for
fine.
yourself.
Yeah.
He looked fine.
He got launched,
Yeah.
or his rear end got launched into the air,
Yeah.
and when he landed, his seat actually broke or shattered into pieces.
Bro, that's dangerous because those seats are made of carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is a very strong material. And carbon fiber then padded because of the comfort and all that.
Yeah.
And I can imagine carbon fiber breaking.
And considering he's light, so it means he must have taken a lot of force to break it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm trying to imagine if it's his back, the small of his back,
Mhm.
you know, that's paralysis. That's borderline paralysis
yeah,
creeping
that
in.
was- that
so
was-
that's dangerous. And I won't talk about the other part, but yeah, that's borderline paralysis. So I mean, that's why F1 is a dangerous sport. And hey,
Yeah, so that led to both Alpines DNFing.
being
And McLaren pulling away with the championship points.
damn. So McLaren actually in a position to steal 4th from us.
Yeah.
How many
okay.
points are McLaren?
I don't. Let me.
Behind
No, I
Ferrari.
don't have them here.
Let me
I know
just solve
Mercedes will get P3, the constructors championship.
And there was a time I was looking.
at the Belgium GP.
P3
Yeah, I know they'll snatch it
from.
from.
So
Sorry, Hamilton will snatch P3 from Alonso.
we'll actually get P3 from Aston Martin. I actually think so. Aston Martin are at 184 points, Ferrari at 167, McLaren at 87 points. Now we're still safe.
Yeah, you guys are still okay.
We're still safe.
But the pace at which,
But
which
Aston Martin are not safe. We are coming for Aston Martin.
Ooh, something is going on at Aston.
What happened? What really happened?
You see, when the Alonso hype train started, I was on board, fully on board.
Brother.
And then
We were sold. We were sold. Tuliuzwa kama chapo.
Then what happened?
Tuliuzwa.
I don't know what's happening with this train. It's not moving. Maybe it
Do you
crashed or
remember him
something.
coming out and saying, "This is my final race without a podium finish"?
Brother. I remember even the last pod I was so sure that Alonso will be back.
Do you know what this guy
Me
did?
too.
The following race, he was on the podium. After that, I haven't seen the guy since. I haven't seen him. Alonso, what's going on, brother?
They must have taken a bad turn somewhere.
Could it be they have been outdeveloped by the McLarens, of course? By
That's
the
a good
Mercedes,
argument.
By the Ferraris.
How they had the most time on the Nini? How does that happen? They must have done something wrong. They must have taken a wrong turn.
Yeah. Okay. The argument that if you have more CFD or more wind tunnel testing time, that should translate to you moving forward. That argument really doesn't apply, because if that was the truth, then Haas would be
That's
Haas would be at the top.
that's like saying
Haas don't have money.
No, hey, brother.
Yeah?
Haas, they have chums.
What are you
Really?
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Compared to like Aston Martin. Aston Martin,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sure
They
they have
don't,
already
yeah.
breached the cost
Okay,
cap again.
okay.
Ooh, hey, that's a rumor, man. It's not yet confirmed.
No, it's actually 3 teams. 3 teams have actually breached the 2022 cost cap.
Quote your sources, brother.
I think Red Bull is one of them.
No. Christian Horner came out and said
They have to
Red Bull is under.
Another catering scandal?
Oh, chill.
We don't know.
Christian Horner came out and said the Red Bull is under the cost cap by several millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, after funneling the funds to through Alpha.
No. Just no more sandwiches, no more hamburgers, no more soufflés, and
Hey.
no more bougie things, man.
So Hungary looked dope.
Yep.
And it'd be really interesting to experience a GP, And so today we have a guest. We have a guest on call, and our guest is a European resider. Does that make sense? And no, he's not John Wick or these other European guys. He's not James Bond. He's Keith. So here's Keith, and we need Keith to talk to us about the GP experience, the fun experience, a GP fun experience. He attended the Hungary GP, and we'd like to know what happens. We are on, Keith, and the questions are coming in hot.
Okay. I'm ready. Bring it on.
Mr. Director,
It's summer.
just give us action, Mr. Director. Action.
Okay.
So today we're here on the call with our guest, Keith. Keith is a guest from Hungary, and he had the privilege of watching the Hungarian Grand Prix, and he's here to share his experience of the Hungarian Grand Prix with us today. Keith, how are you, Keith?
I'm doing good. What's up, guys? What's up, my boys? Hope uko salama.
We are good, Keith. We are good.
You know-
Waje?
Shako, your
We're,
boys.
we're, we're good. We're enjoying this Red Bull dominance,
Yeah.
Yeah. Amachi ramen.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm good. I'm doing good.
anyway, Keith, you are privileged enough to go or attend the Hungarian Grand Prix, yeah?
Yes, I was.
Care to share with us about the atmosphere, the feel of the Hungaroring, the feel of a GP care to share with us how it's like?
I don't even know where to start. I'm still recovering from the weekend. Um, this was one of the most amazing experience I've ever had. I think there's just a lot happening. Like the atmosphere, the crowd, the vibe here. Also summer. Yeah, quite a very good experience.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said it's summer, yeah? So you mean the temperatures are high? It's hot over there?
Yeah. Yeah, as high as what's the temperature like 30, 30, yeah, 36, 35.
What?
You know,
Celsius, brother.
yeah,
That's scorching hot.
yeah. Uko,
Do you have some sunscreen
yeah.
on and some moisturizer?
Oh yeah. Do we need sunscreens really? But yeah. Sasa in Africa, our skin, it's anyway.
Hey,
But
you'll get
yeah.
us cancelled. Wait.
The African skin you gonna moisturize already.
Yeah, but I mean, it gets that hot, 35, 34 degrees. Yeah, it was it was a very hot weekend. We had some rain
Friday.
on Friday.
Were you on the
Yeah.
track on Friday?
No, I wasn't. I was there on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to work. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. In contrast, Nairobi watu wanakufa na baridi, but it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Watu washikane. Anyway,
Okay.
about the Hungaroring, yeah? I know our
Yeah.
listeners will be curious to know about its affordability. How accessible is it? Is it something any person can attend when they decide to, ama we have to save up ndio uweze kuattend kitu kaa hiyo?
I would say the Hungarian is one of the most it's a cheaper tickets on the track, like one of all the race tracks. The Hungarian Grand Prix is one of the cheaper. When I say cheaper, I would say they have levels of like the ticket, right? So there's a general admission.
And
Yes,
we
yes,
wanted, if it's not too much to ask, we wanted you to give us actual numbers.
Actual numbers for what, like
You said there was general admission?
yes. So general admission is around, I would say, 100 euros, which is like around 12,000 Kenya shillings, something like that. That's the general admission. Yeah, so that's around 12K. Then now there are levels of the grandstand. So there's bronze, silver, gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens is if you have a bronze ticket, I think it's you don't have a good you have a place, you have a seating, you can go and sit, but it's not qua pit stop, qua pit lane. It's like in one of the turns, So that's
Okay.
why it's bronze.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's bronze. I don't know how much the bronze is. Like I don't even know. It's like maybe we can say around 150 euro.
Mm.
So if you get that, you're gonna spend 150 euro, or almost around 150 euro. That's like close to I don't know, 15K, almost 20K ish, and that's bronze. So when you have the bronze ticket, it also covers your general admission. So you don't have to pay 100 euros and then 150. No, it's 150, meaning like that's your bronze ticket. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And of course, silver gets a bit higher. So with the silver, you're of course you're in a. It also depends on the part of the track, where the seating is. That depends the level. Of course, the silver is in maybe a bit closer to the pit stop, the start finish area, and you have the gold. Now the gold is of course it's gold. So up on the if you get a ticket like on the gold, you're up on pit stop, pit start, yeah. So that's how it is. So the silver could be, sorry, I don't know, 100, maybe 200 euros. Gold is around 250 euros. So 250, 300 euros for the 250 to 300 euros for the whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's basically how the ticketing is.
that is
Yeah.
affordable. That is affordable.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
asking asking for the Kenyans who watu kama sisi renegades wenye hatutaki kulipa ticket kwa mlango. How is the security?
So
At the fences.
na wezi wa
how
simu
is the security?
Na wezi wa simu.
Oh.
Mi si mwezi wa simu lakini I do not steal.
How is the security?
Yeah,
you
how
mean?
is the security?
At the fences. Can you jump over?
Oh no, you cannot jump over the security.
Yet.
Of course they are beefed up. It's well guarded. Yeah, you can try some. Wizi jaribu. Vitu zingine hapo. Yeah. So
Okay.
the
Okay,
security is good.
that's really interesting. So, Keith, talk us through it. Once you have access to the GP, what activities do fans engage in before the race itself? What do you guys do when you're over there? Instead of watching free practice, instead of watching quali, what other activities do you guys participate in that are fun and make it worthwhile to pay 300 euros?
Yeah. So there are quite a number of activities to do besides just watching the races. So they have some stations called pit stop station. So basically you participate in an activity where you change tires and your time.
Actual
So
tires.
it's good to go there with your friends. You know, you can divide in teams, and then they time you in terms of how quickly you change a tire. You know, they give you the gun, they give you the gloves and everything. So time, that's a very fun activity to do. I personally did that. Then there's team racing, so they give you like a screen, you can race, you know. So not just team racing,
Yeah.
yeah. So there are screens there, you can do that. There are a lot of places to take photos. I saw a lot of things there. You can, I don't know, they give you a flag. You can, I don't know, you can have a virtual reality. I don't know, like you have to meet the drivers, but virtually. I don't know if it makes sense. Like they give you an experience, augmented
Yes.
reality, right? Kind of thing. Yeah. There is what else? So there is just I think it's like there's a podium challenge. So they wanakupatia champagne. They tell you to stand on the podium. They play the Dutch national anthem.
Yeah.
There. um, and yeah, I think it's just fun. And then also there's a lot of food trucks, so you can eat. You can have a drink. You can, you can chill. They have like fun lounge areas. They give you bean bags. You can sit there if you feel hot. You can stay under shade. Yeah.
That's really
So there
interesting.
pretty much it's never a boring. It's never a boring experience.
So-
whether you're watching the race or not,
Keith,
because
you,
technically I've seen people go there and I think they don't even watch the race. Once they just go there just to sit and just enjoy. Yeah.
A wholesome
I saw someone
experience.
even carrying a seat. I'm seat and a tent or something,
yo, Keith,
and they were just
you have to speak on the after race activities, the concerts.
for sure.
Yeah, you have to speak
Yeah.
on it, man. There's usually a party going on
Yeah.
after the race. Speak on it, man.
Okay, so the after race activities. So unfortunately, at the Hungarian, we don't have like a DJ performing
No.
really after the. So I know other tracks, Mexico. I don't know where, maybe America or something.
Mhm.
You have like DJs performing. So after the race, you can stick there.
Mhm.
So basically, for Hungary, the after race activity, what they do is immediately the race finishes, they open up the gate so for the fans to go participate in the podium, to go watch. So they open the gate and people run now, like people now on the actual track. I think they were even showing it that people were picking up the debris right from the truck.
Hey,
Yeah,
Keith, you need to bring me some Alpine carbon fiber
yeah,
parts.
upon fibers,
There they go.
Yeah.
The slander begins.
Yeah, so of course there's that people run to the podium.
Yeah.
You take photos. Yeah, and then people just go home. There's no DJs and after race concert or things like that. Yeah,
So safe to assume this
I don't know why.
is
Maybe that's why the ticket is cheaper. Is a bit cheaper.
yeah. Safe
Yeah.
to assume this is why the tickets are cheaper, yeah?
Sorry,
Safe to assume this is why the Hungary tickets are cheaper.
I think so. But I think for me the most important is the race, right? Yeah.
Facts.
So yeah,
Which
these are ingredients that just added.
which
added
leads us
things. So
which leads us
Yeah.
to the story, to the meat of the story, the meat of the call.
yeah.
Give us your race experience, the race watching experience at Hungary.
Oh wow! For the days I went or the actual race.
Just give us the race experience, the quali, the free practice sessions, and the actual race itself.
It was really good. Like so first of all, we had the Porsche Super Cup series thing going on. Just so amazing seeing the cars, like actually seeing them, and they have that engine sound, bro. It's insane. It's your ears like like your ears are busting. They're busting. You know what I mean? It's so loud.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we had the Porsche. I think I watched the free practice, quali. The quali was good. Of course, when you are there, it's hard for you to tell. I mean, they give you a screen so you can kind of understand a bit of what's happening, but you don't hear the commentating as much. So you're there, you see a Red Bull passing, you don't know if that's Max or that's Checo because they go at such a high speed, right?
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
a bit hard to recognize.
That makes
So
sense. That makes sense. Keith,
yeah,
there was,
so it's
you had one job to do on Saturday, and I
what
think
what job did I have to do?
you're
Go hit
supposed
Checo?
to throw a flare into the track when Hamilton was doing his first lap.
No, I missed my opportunity. I didn't want to be banned from the Hungary. Yeah.
Well, there are 23 more races next year on the calendar, so one will hurt.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I didn't want to be banned from the Hungarian, but maybe maybe in the future I can do.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Yeah.
There's something I wanted to know about the getting to the paddocks. Is it possible?
Yeah. To get into the paddock, yeah. What's the question?
You told about the silver, bronze, gold. Is there any?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any that allows
there
you
any-
to get to the paddock?
Oh yeah. So the gold ticket is the one you can access the paddock with the gold. Yeah.
Comes
Like-
with
like-
hospitality, paddock access.
Go near the cars.
So the gold, there are like levels of gold.
Yeah.
So I'm a brand.
levels
So
to gold.
Yeah.
Gold. There's a gold grandstand. There's a gold something. So depending on the specific gold ticket you have, there's a ticket for the gold you have that you can access the paddock, like where the F1, Sky Sports, where they do the commentary, where the people like do the commentating, the reporters.
Yeah.
That part
Yeah.
can be you can access the pit garages. When the drivers leave the cars, you can talk to them a bit. So there are levels of the gold, and there's
wait.
another gold ticket
Is it-
there where
You have
Is it the ticket that kid was given?
is
The
that
kid, the
sorry,
kid
is that
who was crying after Perez crashed.
Yes, exactly. The one when Checo crashed, he got a ticket, he got a gold that allowed him to access the pit area where Checo he actually greeted Checo and
Yeah.
was able to
we,
watch.
we have to ask
his
the
lap.
price of these tickets, bro. How much is that specific ticket?
Hey, that ticket is like how much that ticket? I think that's like almost 300 euro. The VIP
How much?
300, like around maybe 400 euros
I-
or
I think
around 400.
I think it could be more than that.
could be more. Like
for the VIP with the hospitality, you have access to food, free champagne or bottomless champagne.
Bottomless champagne.
Yeah,
But
probably
we're
like
talking about thousands of euros.
That's an experience I'd want to experience, but in Monaco.
But in Monaco, I'm sure it is even more expensive.
I think the Marina is the most expensive ticket on the calendar. So it was $5,000, but now with Las Vegas joining the calendar, I think it takes the crown as the most expensive
Vegas.
GP to attend.
Bro,
But
Keith,
I'm sorry, I don't have the numbers for that.
Keith, we do appreciate your insight. We appreciate you joining us on a call today to explain
Thank you.
the experience, the behind the scenes what happens behind the scenes, the fun experience, what happens.
But I have one thing to say. I have one thing to say.
Uh-huh.
I think Lando should definitely pay Max for damaging his trophy, and that was not easy to do, to make that trophy. The whole Hungary was in shock.
You are a Max Verstappen fan, yeah? You are a Max Verstappen fan.
He's already attached to the, what do you call them? Those not ornaments. The cutlery.
I'm just giving the listeners and the viewers some context. He's a Max Verstappen fan. That's why he's called it.
No, but that's the right thing to do. It has nothing to do with being a Max fan. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, listen.
Max said he'll send the check to Zach Brown. He has many sponsors.
We need to see that check. Zach Brown needs to sign that check.
Yeah.
Anyway, Keith, it's been a pleasure having you. Hope to catch you again. Hope you'll grace us with your presence on another episode. But
no
for
worries,
now,
always.
we'll call it a day or evening.
Awesome.
Or evening rather.
Guys.
And we appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Keith.
Oh, one more thing before you go. Yeah, what happened, Yuki? We waited for a selfie with you and Yuki. You are smaller
I'm going
brother.
to tell you that. Don't worry. Oh, my boy Yuki is good. I'll send you. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, that was Keith. Interesting takes, and I mean $500, $300. That's quite affordable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, quite affordable.
It is.
So it's cheaper. It's
that's the
Hungarian
VIP one.
should be the cheapest.
It's on the cheaper side.
The general.
It's on the cheaper
admission,
side. We don't really know for a fact it's the cheapest. But it's on the cheaper.
I had checked. I think it is the cheapest, followed by, I think, is it Qatar or Saudi Arabia?
Azerbaijan.
No.
Azerbaijan looks hella expensive.
No, it's not none. It's one of those oil countries.
I'm sure India was cheap.
Or Kenya.
Yo.
No. Tell them to wait for me.
Brother.
No, listen.
Brother,
listen.
no. We're going to cancel you, brother.
Bro, no, it just came out. Hey. But yeah, interesting. So, straight into it, our driver of the day.
Yep.
Who was your driver of the day, Mr. Done with no introduction?
I have no driver of the day, man.
Really?
Surprising, even me, I didn't find anybody who did anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, if
That's why I even slept.
Gun to your head, driver of the day, who would you give it to?
Shoot me.
Just like that, folks.
For real, as in I okay, gun to my head, I'd pick Piastri.
But did Piastri get damage? He was.
So.
I don't know. I'm seeing mixed reports. The guys were saying he had damage from his duel with Checo.
Yeah.
And there are people. Those are other people who are saying that he later confirmed that he didn't have any floor damage.
The duel with Checo was way later.
Yeah, because he was losing time.
Yeah, already.
And that's how Checo gained on him. So I don't know.
I don't even know what happened because he had the first.
Were you awake?
Yeah, I was awake then.
Nice.
I was woken up by Checo attacking Piastri.
No, but wait, I thought you said you're woken by Checo and George. But proceed.
This guy is paying attention. He
Was
is
it
paying
Checo and George?
Hey, listen.
Proceed. Yeah. That was a good duel.
The first stint he was running well. I don't know what happened, but he had a great start.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic start.
Yeah, he did.
In my alternate timelines. Now this is me after watching too many multiverse movies. Yeah. I could see Max pushing Lewis on turn 1 out, and that would give Piastri an opportunity to squeeze, to get the space on Max's right side and have a better exit from turn 1. And in my mind, I could actually visualize Piastri leading that race for a few laps.
Oh.
And maybe Hamilton somewhere there in the middle. But yeah, it's all known it didn't turn out that way. But I think it was a really good, just to echo what you're saying, Piastri had a really good launch.
Yeah.
And I actually think if Piastri wasn't shafted by McLaren, then I'll give my reasons. Yeah?
Something happened there.
Yeah. Piastri could have actually secured P2.
Yeah. There was no reason for him to come
Interesting take.
behind Lando after the pits.
Yeah.
So if me was a gun to my head, I would just pick Ricardo because he did 40 laps on mediums.
Hey, brother, you set the bar so low.
I didn't find, as I said, I didn't find any driver.
It's all good.
I didn't find any
It's all good. I'm
because-
usually notorious when it comes to questioning people's driver or team of the day. I'm sorry for that.
Nah, I mean,
need
it's
to
all good.
apologize.
It's all good. As for me, I'll have to give it to Max because,
Hey.
listen, he capitalized.
Hey, brother is looking for points.
This loan.
He's looking for points. He really wants to become. Brother, we are not accepting you.
But yeah. So
Your
I mean,
application is
listen,
under review.
breaking records isn't an easy feat. Guys think breaking records is an easy thing. Being consistency is a skill in itself.
Yep.
It's a skill that is honed. It's not something you just acquire. I'm telling you for a fact, from experience, in fact, consistency isn't something you know.
Not if you are paid millions.
Brother, the people
Even if you're
who've
paid
been paid millions
billions,
and they
consistency isn't
buckle
something
under the pressure.
Yeah, consistency isn't something that just happens. Consistency is something that is honed by experience, by talent, and by dedication to what you're doing. Yeah. If consistency was something you just get like that, I mean, 104 poles wouldn't have a bad start. So
Ferrari would have bought it off the shelf.
Okay, speaking of Max and Nini, we said he has won 7 consecutive races.
Yeah.
Do you know who else is there other than Schumacher in 7 consecutive races?
I could guess.
Who?
7 consecutive races.
Race wins, yeah.
Vettel, of course.
Okay, he's 9. He's way ahead.
Uh-huh.
It's Rosberg.
Who? Trigger Mercedes fans.
I don't need. Those are facts. Rosberg actually has won 7 races in a row.
Yeah, I believe. I can even recall the season. I think it was the 2015 season before the 8th race. They crashed with Hamilton. Hamilton crashed into him. They won the 2 Mercedes.
The Barcelona incident. Or which?
Yeah, that was the season. I think he's talking about. Rosberg might have won 7.
It was 2016. Is the year he won the championship.
Yeah, he might have won. 2015, 2016. 2015 is one. 16.
I think it was 16. Yeah.
16
Yeah,
is
yeah,
why
it
he
was
crashed.
16.
They crashed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, time flies, bro. How long ago was that? 4 plus 3, 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
That was Max's first race with Red Bull.
2016 or 7 years ago.
And when was the last time Ferrari won a world drivers?
Yeah.
Just to put things into context.
I think we can just move on.
Yeah. When was the last time Red Bull had 700 wins?
Brother, it's basic math. The longer you race, the more records you break. Yeah, but Red Bull is doing something special.
You weren't there yet.
Let me
Red
tell
Bull
you
is doing
something. Let me
special,
tell you
yeah.
guys something about Ferrari. You see the kind of leadership they have. They're going to end up like Williams.
Ooh.
It's better they sell that team right now.
Aye.
Yeah.
And that's the show for today, folks.
If they wait, they will
folks.
sell it. Is it penny on the dollar?
Bro,
Look at what
are
happens
you?
to Williams.
What are you even saying? What is even that? Whatever. Just give me some of these expressions. What is even that?
Okay,
What
you
are
know what
saying?
happened to Williams?
The other one, the other tiki-toki things I'm hearing. What?
Brother,
Expression.
stay open-minded.
Bruh, it's not about being open-minded. Ferrari and Williams can never be on the same table.
What do you mean?
Okay, you see the way
this is what he's saying. He's saying if Ferrari continue like this, they'll end up like Williams. Context: Ferrari will actually be last place in the championship at some point.
You know, there was a point in time also someone was saying Williams could end up being the last team.
Okay, yeah, but with the marketing power that Ferrari have and the fans that they have, it's damn near impossible. Williams was owned by a person.
and
Okay, Ferrari was also owned by a person at one point, but Ferrari is such a big company right now. It's actually classified as a luxury brand. Ferrari isn't even part of this car brands. See, my BMW, easy, sijui nini. So don't. No.
And let's wait.
Bruh.
See, nowadays, when we have companies that are money oriented, like if you're not bringing revenue,
Like, listen. Okay, to put this into context for the listeners and the viewers who will watch this later, Ferrari is like Man United. Yes, they can struggle. They can do whatever they are doing. But as long as they have the financial backing they have and the global support they have, they'll never stop being relevant. They'll never die.
okay. Me, this is what I say. They have to
Red Bull can be Williams. McLaren can't. Mercedes, I don't think so. Alpha Tauri can be Williams. These other teams can.
Any team.
I'm
not
telling
team is
you,
immune.
look at the fan base, look at the support, look at the accessibility to fans. Formula One is a money-driven sport. Fans, money talks. It's damn near impossible for you to fail. Okay, yes, they're failing right now, but fail hizo standards za Williams uko chini. If you have a certain pull to your image, damn near impossible.
So, okay, let me tell you what will happen if it happens and if Ferrari start finishing P20.
If what happens?
If Ferrari start finishing P20,
It can't happen, bro.
you're not going to have top drivers. You know
It
that?
cannot, it can never happen. That's like saying, bro, what are you saying? What? How do you even... Can't
Okay,
happen.
let's
Can't happen.
Yeah, I don't believe in the management then. Is it
Okay, yes, the management-
Marinello.
Okay, fine. The management might be, there might be issues there, but what you're saying is damn near impossible.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a long talk about this after the podcast.
Yeah.
Long one. Anyway, melon of the day. No. Skip that part.
No, I was going to say
Team of the
Alpine.
day. Oh, melon of the day. Melon of the day.
Okay. I wouldn't really blame Alpine for that, but if I was to pick the melon of the day for those guys who finished, Joe,
Oh, okay. Good.
Joe had a good opportunity to finish
Sigh of relief.
in a very good position, because I don't know if let me check the race pace. I don't know how their race pace was, but the anti-stall, the accident, I think that wasn't necessary. That is a mistake. He shouldn't have done. So for me that he is my melon of the day. Let me see their pace.
As he looks for it.
Yeah, my melon of the day is Alfa Romeo, the team.
Ooh.
Yeah. On Saturday, that car looked good. But on Sunday, both drivers, Joe and Bottas.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah. I don't know. They're just nowhere to be seen, man.
I've said melon of the day, and it's taking me back to the good times when we used to talk about De Vries and the other guy they were wrestling at the back with K-Mag. Good times, man. Good times.
Kemak is actually relieved now that the
Vries is gone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good times. Yeah. But anyway, my melon of the day has to be Alpine too.
Come on.
Now, okay, Okay, not in that sense,
Okay.
but in a sense whereby they aren't really getting their house in order at the moment.
Mhm.
The house is all over the place, and yes, you could say these are accidents. These are
Yeah.
things beyond our control and things like that. But even accidents aside, they haven't been convincing. Alpine are known to be, for the past few years now, are known to be the guys who are the front runners at the midfield.
Yep.
They are better than McLaren. They are better than Aston
Yep.
Martin. They aren't doing that anymore. So that's enough for me to tag them my melons of the day.
Could it be a symptom of maybe something that was fundamentally missed, or they didn't hit a certain target for this ground effect era?
It could be.
Yeah, because I'm tying this to the recent conversations going around regarding engine performance normalization or balance.
Oh, they're advocating for that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want what let me see what they want exactly. Engine
Equalization.
Yeah, equalization. Yeah,
That's the name.
yeah. So I read somewhere that
funny word, don't you think?
I-
Funny word, equalization.
No, it's not a.
Nah, they knowing Formula One, they always use fancy words, but equalization, that's a funny one.
Anyway.
It's a normal word.
Mm,
No,
it's a
it's
normal
funny because it's in Formula
normalized.
1.
Yeah, you know Formula One, the MGUKH, the MG blah blah blah. They always want to.
Rather, in some other motorsports, they call it balance of performance.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
BOP.
like they were trying to find a fancy word, but
Yeah.
they came up
Yeah.
with
There's somewhere where I read. I can't quote my source. It's not that I'm refusing. I just can't remember my source. That the PU unit, or the power unit driving the Alpine cars actually has a 20 to 30 brake horsepower deficit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and you know how the engines are usually homologated, or they are frozen
Yeah.
for particular X number of years. So so 2026, yes, we're going to have new technical regulations around the power units. That's the internal combustion engine and the electrical components.
they're smaller in size, by the way. Yeah?
What?
The engine, 2026 engine.
No, it's
No, it's
still
still the same.
1.6.
Still 1.6 V6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they are going to reduce the power, or the
yeah,
the brake
that's
horsepower, the horsepower.
that's
The
what
the fuel
and
flow rate.
Yeah.
louder. They're louder.
I-
Dominical
I'll-
is advocating for that.
I'll put that in quotes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
Because you-
Dominical is the FIA president. He's actually advocating for louder engines.
The F1 CEO. This is the second time you're tripping on
Yeah,
that.
the FIA.
But the reason why I'm not convinced about these cars being
FIA
louder
CEO, F1 president.
is a Formula One CEO. The reason I'm not convinced about this, they'll be louder, is one, even the wording on the Formula One site. They're not saying they're going to be louder. They're saying there's a probability that they may be louder.
Yeah.
they
Now,
said
if-
that even before.
Now,
It's not the
if-
first time they're saying that.
Now, if you're talking about increasing the maximum power that can be deployed by your electrical system or your ERS, and then you're talking about toning down your internal combustion engine, so how are you going to make it louder? Second, if Formula One is taking the sustainability approach, isn't that noise pollution? By
Context,
making the cars louder?
Add on, not context. Add on. By 2030, they said net zero carbon emissions. Net zero. Like in everything Formula One activities, like flying out, car emissions, and everything. Net zero.
Hey, I'm not so sure about the flying out, but hey.
Yeah, even me.
But they're doing something about it. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Austrian Grand Prix, it was 100% renewable energy, or was it called solar powered from
Powering the new-
yes, the entire place, from powering equipment to the radio equipment to the pits, the pit walls, to the entire thing.
Well,
Which is a step in the right direction.
interesting. Let's see how things go, and let's see how things go. So,
I have
You have an add-on?
It's or a question. The 2026 rules. Like, okay, during this is how I usually see Formula One from my eyes. The Mercedes era was about the engine, who can make the better engine. Now we're in the era of aero. Now, if you go back
Where Mr. Adrian Newey is shining.
Brother,
Yes,
you're working too hard.
Mr.
Your
Adrian
application
Newey-
is still under review.
Mr. Adrian Newey is shining.
You see what you're doing, man.
but in 2026 we'll have less fuel flow rate, so the battery pack will have to come with extra power,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna have less gears. So when they have
From
less
8 to
gears
6. Yeah.
from 8 to 6, they're gonna have less gears, so they have to make bigger gears, and that means the engine won't be on power or on the peak power all the time, so they have to compensate with the engine. So I'm wondering, like, where do you guys think the area of development will be? Like, whoever cracks this is the one who is going to be winning races.
I mean, still too early to tell. I think we will be able to have a sniff at it come 2024, 2020, towards the end of 2024, 2025 season.
Yeah.
Still too early to tell. Still too early.
I can try and answer that question.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a race of who one can efficiently use this increased capacity
Yeah.
in the ERS, because it's been tripled from 120 kilowatts to 350 kilowatts. So as much as they are reducing the maximum power that can be produced by the internal combustion engine, I think now the innovation or the advantage will be on deployment or complementing the internal combustion engine, which is, if you ask me, it's the boring bit, because they're just making it a Formula E replica,
But
if I may put it that way.
Okay.
That's-
I don't
that's-
agree about the boring part.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Mm.
You'll start seeing traces of whatever you're talking about come late 2024, early 2025, when guys are now, particularly now, paying more attention to their electronic side of the car, because these are hybrid cars, and they have an electrical unit to it. So come 2024, towards the end, 2025, you'll start seeing cars kind of, I'm not saying give up on development, on aero development, but kind of now focus on power output and the working in tandem between the combustion engines and the electrical units that are attached to them. But hey, listen, it's
Still too early, man.
that's a very early question. So without much further ado, that was episode 12, I think.
Brother, we have to give
And
about Spa.
I will talk about Spa. So that was it from us. Any last words?
Just to Ricardo, hope you're really back.
Okay, you.
I can't wait to see Red Bull do something special this year. That's it.
So that's been it from us, guys, from the Pitbull Discussions. And make sure you catch us on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify. On Thursdays, we have spaces at the Pitbull Discussions. That's our Twitter handle. We have Twitter spaces before they change to X. We also have a WhatsApp group. It's on the link on the Twitter spaces. Catch you the next episode. When is it coming out? After Spa. And I hope you enjoy this one. Listen to it, share, subscribe, do whatever you have to do. Like, and everything in between. Also on Instagram, we have some reels there, real fun. And catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.